like a lot of boys do, Huck is at the age where he's starting to kind of get obsessed with fishing. And up until today, he'd never caught a fish before. He just got kind of coordinated enough where he's been practicing with his little Zebco 33 reel, a little 5 foot rod out in the yard. He can kind of throw it and not real accurate with it or anything, but he can throw it forward now. And he's been wanting this week to go fishing since it's going to be warm and the ice is off the ponds now. So this evening, I thought, well, might as well go out there and fish. And we went to my cousin Adam's pond, and it stocked pretty good with fish. I figured we'd catch something out there, and I just had him a little slip bobber and a little squirrel hair jig on there, and we were out there for about an hour and didn't really get a bite. I caught a couple bass on a jerk bait, just a little bitty bass, and all of a sudden I was probably maybe 20 yards down the bank from him, and of course, like little kids do, he was being impatient a little bit, and he was fiddling around with his rod and watching his bobber toy around with it, and all at once he started reeling it in, and all at once I saw his bobber take off the opposite way, and the look on his face when he realized he had a fish on was priceless. He reeled that thing in, and he was just so proud. I mean, he kept asking me. Of course, I was proud of him too, and I told him that 100 times and gave him a high five and hugged him. And he kept saying, "Dad, are you proud of me?" Because I did it all by myself, and he did. I didn't do a thing. I was down the bank from him, and after we had messed with that fish, he had the slime all over his hands and stuff, and he kept commenting on the smell of it. And I probably caught 6 or 8 fish this evening, and my hands smell like fish. Probably grosses people out, but like to me, and probably to my son now, it didn't gross him out. I asked him. I said, "Does it smell bad?" He goes, "No, it doesn't smell bad." And I'm like, "Yeah." I said, "That's the fish. The smell of the fish." And no matter what will happen in my life, that distinct smell of fish on my hands, like the evening after you clean fish, that just burnt in my memory in a way that brings back all kinds of memories. The smell reminds me of my grandpa. He oftentimes smelled like that. And just like so many good times on the water fishing resulted in your hands smelling, like you caught a mess of bluegill or crappie, or you had a good bass tournament with a buddy. And I love that smell. I really do. Like, I wish my hands smelled like this all the time. It'd been a good spring and summer if your hands smelled like fish constantly. There's like scientific proof that like your smell is related to your memory a lot more vividly than other things. Like you smell certain people's houses, or how your grandparents' house smelled, or your favorite food smells, and it sparks back memories. And I really can't think of a smell in my life that's more distinct than the smell of fish on your hands. What do you guys think? Anybody else love that smell? Uh, we only ended up keeping 2 fish, and we filleted those tonight and ate them for dinner. And Huck was pretty proud of them. We let him eat all of it. We didn't eat. Me and Matt had a couple bites, to be honest with you, as we were cooking them. But Huck ate the rest of them. So I think he's addicted to it. He hasn't stopped talking about it and wanted to watch a fishing show this evening. So probably be doing a lot more fishing, which is all right with me. Hit the subscribe button right there before y'all leave, and watch another one if you don't mind.